to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Steps away to his left. Open here, Adam Thielen. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
Cousins gives way to Cook. They find some open field here. A big play there out of Cook. 43 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Steps away. He may try and run for, and the Vikings are in for the touchdown. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a first and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Buying time to his left. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Well, now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers, Super Bowl champions.
Wow, you went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this game, how great a matchup is this?
Oh, it's fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Next drive coming up for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm not sure what was going on this past season in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, but you think about the Eagles and these Steelers and the injury bug that bit both of them, it's really hard to fathom. If it's germane to the Steelers, though, the dreadful start really began with the injury to Ben Roethlisberger. Lost for the year after 2 weeks, and things, although they obviously picked things up later in the year, Charles, started to go south right there.
I think their head coach, Mike Tomlin, not going to win head coach of the year, but to me deserves great consideration because 1-4 start, then they won 8 out of 10, and no Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. In fact, they went through, as we would count it, essentially 4 quarterbacks this year when you count Joshua Dobbs in the preseason before he was traded to Jacksonville. You end up with an undrafted rookie, Devlin Hodges out of Samford, the Duck guy, Duck Dynasty himself. But this team, 30th in total offense. They've got a lot of work to do next year. But if they get Roethlisberger back, get a healthy James Conner back, they'll be right back in the hunt for the AFC North title.
So even though Pittsburgh's had a lot of great playoff years under Mike Tomlin, you think maybe this was his most impressive coaching job? And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Black 30. 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his tight end, Grimble. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a...
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin Bush, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 60 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Roethlisberger will throw. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So Cousins and the Vikings down 20-14, under a minute 20 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now Cousins. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's into the end zone. Unbelievable. A defensive collapse on the final play, and Charles, they can tie it with a PAT.
I cannot believe that. Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Oh, he missed the extra point. They got the touchdown they desperately needed on the final play, but the PAT is no good, and they go down in defeat. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. from Minneapolis. So long, everybody.